So a lot of y'all want to know, how did I become a DHAR MANN actor? Like, where did it start from? How did I become this DHAR MANN actor? I'm glad you asked, because today I'm gonna give you the rundown and the story of how I became a DHAR MANN actor.
Fight.
So, back in 2020, when everything was shut down, I mean, the whole world was shut down. I was at home like everybody else, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But I did know that I wanted to do something that was very artistic. Now, this is just a background or backstory of me becoming a DHAR MANN actor. So it was definitely around the month of, let's say, July. Maybe around July, that's when we can finally go back outside. Y'all remember we can finally go back outside and play. So, but there was a lot of restrictions, meaning that you had to wear a mask and you have to be 6 feet apart and all these other things, right? So I hop on LA Casting, which is now Casting Networks, and just looking to just do acting because it's been a minute since I've done some acting, And I stumble upon this regular just posts, and I think it was like husband or a wife cheats on husband, or a husband or wife doesn't get husband custody in court, something like that. So I auditioned, and I really wish I can find, or I had that audition tape so I can like show y'all, but it's definitely somewhere down in the dumps. I don't know. Anyway, so I do the audition, not knowing that this is DHAR MANN. It like, let me tell you something. Back in the day, it was never labeled DHAR MANN videos. It was never labeled DHAR MANN Studios. It was always just a title and how much you was getting paid. So I thought of it just as a regular paying gig, just a regular paying gig, a regular acting gig. So I submitted it. I submitted myself, and then I got a reply back to submit a self-tape. And during those times, that's all you could do. You can just send your self-tape, and then that's it. So maybe like almost a month go by. So now we're like in the month of like July, maybe, or I don't know, maybe even August. So I finally get an email back saying, hey, we really like your self-tape, and we want to know if you're available to shoot on these days. I'm like, all right, cool. I go and do my thing. I say yeah, and they send me the address, and it happened to be in this penthouse, at this penthouse in downtown LA, which is where DHAR MANN does all of his videos. Still not knowing, I don't know who he is. They send me the script, go over my lines, and do all the things. I'm all right, cool, yeah, for sure. Report there, and it's cool little penthouse, nice cool little penthouse. You know what I'm saying? And shoot the scene. And this is actually another funny story, but shoot the scene and we're done. I'm completely done shooting the scene and shooting everything, right? And then come to find out, they needed to reshoot everything because the woman who I was doing my scenes with, it didn't really match. It just didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? And I guess they weren't the one. So they emailed me back and asking me if I could come back and do the reshoots. I was like, sure, fine, no problem. So go back and shoot the scene with a wonderful young lady, very gorgeous, very beautiful. Shoot the scene with her, and yeah, still not thinking anything of it though. Not thinking anything of this, of the video or whatever. And I was asking them, I was like, hey, when is this, can I get a copy or whatever? It's like, yeah. It's gonna be on our YouTube channel. And I was like, all right, cool. We'll let you know when it comes out. I'm like, all right. And maybe this is when they said it was DHAR MANN. I'm like, all right, cool. So I think maybe about like a month goes by, and then that's when they put out the video. And the name of that video was called, hold on, let me see. The name of that video was called Husband Gets Wife Best Friend Pregnant and Lives to Regret It. And this was definitely like a 5, maybe almost a 6-minute video. It's a very, very, very short video, but I was just happy just to be working as an actor, as a struggling actor, especially in LA and Hollywood. Y'all know, all my actors in Hollywood, you know, the up and coming actors, y'all know the struggle is real sometimes when you're like, hey, I just want to work, I just want to do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up, you know, the video comes out. All right, the video comes out. And I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool, man. You know, nice little message behind it. It was cool. And then maybe like a month later, I guess someone from Facebook hits me up and says, hey, man, I didn't know that you was in the DHAR MANN videos. I was like, what are you talking about? DHAR MANN videos. He's like, yeah. He's pretty big on like Facebook. He does all these like inspirational, motivational videos. I was like, all right, sure. He's like, yeah, you should really look him up. I'm like, okay. I type in DHAR MANN. I type it up, right? I type it up, and then I go to his YouTube channel because that's where I seen it in. I was like, okay, he has a pretty big following. Maybe like around that time, I don't know, maybe like 10 million. I don't know. He had a lot of subscribers. Let me tell you that. He just had a lot of subscribers, right? And I happened to kind of see like his library of like videos and stuff. And I'm like, wait, this one video had about like maybe like 4.5 million views. I was like, who is this guy? Who is this dude? Still not knowing who he is, and you know, like he's known for doing these. I didn't know, right? So then I get a message from my mom. No, my mom, she actually calls me, and she was like, yeah, you know, that's what you get, you know, blah 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 blah. I was like, wait, what you talking about? Like, what do you mean with that? That's what I get. It's like, yeah, you know, your wife, like, she left you and all those things. I was like, oh, you must have seen the video. She's like, yeah, I seen it. And like, you know, you did a great job, and I'm very proud of you. I was like, oh snap. You know, that actually meant a lot for my mom to watch these videos too. Yeah, so you know, fast forward just maybe like a month later or whatever, I get hit with another email asking me, hey, we're doing a shoot. Are you available for these? Yeah, I mean, I'm not working anyway, or I was doing, working remotely and stuff like that. So I definitely had a lot of time on my hands just to do what I love to do, right? So we shoot that, and that was the first time I ever worked with Shantae. I believe we shot that, and it was like a quick scene. That scene was very, very quick, and I think it was the girl gets adopted or something like that, and I happened to be, one of the parents. That was the second video. Third video, that one was, I think it was like a Halloween special, and I happened to be Brianna Walker's dad, and she was, I guess she was like the spoiled brat or whatever, and she was teasing, she was teasing Sophia with her costume because she didn't really have a lot of money, but she created this elaborate costume, which was pretty amazing. So we shot that on a location. Still me not, I'm like, hey, I'm just working. I'm still doing my thing, and I'm starting to realize, okay, like, he's because I saw a couple of his videos like a couple of times, and I'm like, okay, like so he's known for doing these motivational, positive lesson type of videos. I'm like, that's cool. And then maybe like months on in, I started to do more of these. I'm like, okay, they really, really like me, and they like what I do, and I'm just doing these. I'm really just doing these because, like, okay, it's good work, and it's good, and it's great content, and it's positive content, right? We fast forward all the way to like 2021. I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation in Mexico, and I'm out with a friend. and we're having dinner. We're just chilling, and I'm having a conversation with my friend. We're talking. I happen to see like this family kind of in the far, kind of this. I'm not paying them no attention. And then as we're talking, this man, or this father had his son walk up to me and was like, "Hey, so I don't mean to interrupt, but like my son, like he thinks like he's seen you before, like on TV, and he's seen you before." And I was like, I don't know. I've done a couple of YouTube videos, DHAR MANN. And as soon as I said DHAR MANN, the kid lit up. He was like, "Yes, that's him. That's him." So we ended up, having a cool little moment. We took a couple of pictures, mind you. Now everything is starting to like make sense, on how big DHAR MANN really, really, really is, right? So we share that moment, and then his mom walks with his little brother. His little brother's maybe like 8 or 9, I don't know. And they come, and the little kid's crying. I was like, "Yo, whoa, wait. Why is the little kid crying? Is he okay?" And she was like, "Yo, he's just really, really happy to see you and happy to meet you." And so me and this little guy, we actually share like a cool, dope moment. I mean, it was such a beautiful moment, man. It was dope. It was really, really cool, man. And like after that, I realized how big this guy is, because from this family this family was from Chicago, so they end up going to Mexico. They always on vacation and stuff like that. That's what they told me. But anyway, I'm thinking to myself, I was like, wow, wait a minute, this is huge. This is big. Like it all just lit up like a big light bulb. I was like, yo, DHAR MANN is that dude. Like he's that dude, and I'm very fortunate to just be a part of just that whole spiel. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, wow. So this has definitely been a great journey, and I am excited to be a part of this journey and to be a part of the DHAR MANN fam. So I just wanted to share with you guys how it all started for me. I don't know if any of the DHAR MANN actors have shared with you guys, how it all started. When did they start? Because I get a lot of questions on how did you become a DHAR MANN actor? When did you become a DHAR MANN actor? Like, how is it being a DHAR MANN actor? And if you guys want to know in the next video, if you guys want more of this content of like my experience being a DHAR MANN actor, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up button. And yeah, that's definitely how it all started and how it's continuing to be, because I'm still a DHAR MANN actor. I am fortunate and grateful and blessed to say I'm still a DHAR MANN actor. I'm still able to change lives and tell these amazing stories and be a part of something that's way bigger than me. And not knowing, me just literally, let me just say something. I literally did not know who this guy was. Like, if I hadn't have gone on to casting networks and just started looking for work, I probably still wouldn't have known who he was. Like, I wouldn't have known who this man was. Because they didn't hit me up. They didn't reach out to me. I just found them. Like, it was literally like a diamond in the rough. It was like a diamond in the rough of just like looking through. So it's definitely divine of me looking on that day and seeing this title of like, yo, that seems pretty interesting. Like, hey, that's an interesting title. Like, hey man, sounds like an interesting project. And I just clicked submit, and I'm definitely fortunate to be a part of, you know, I'm considered one of the OGs now, and it's definitely a beautiful thing, man. So with that being said, appreciate you guys for staying this long. Appreciate you guys for, you know, listening to this story. And if you guys want more of these stories, just let me know down in the comment section below of my experience being a DHAR MANN actor and what that encompasses. So with that being said, favorite DHAR MANN actor, King Melvin signing off, and I'm out.